Hello, I'm Juan Davies, Chief Creative Officer at KCET and PBS SoCal, and I'm joined by the newsroom of KPCC and LAist on a daily reporter roundup. How is everyone today?
Hi, Juan.
Good, thank you.
Robert, we arrived to a very sad milestone of deaths in LA County today.
Yeah, LA County Director of Public Health, Dr. Barbara Ferrer, that's what she called it. She called it a very unfortunate milestone. We reached 1,000 total deaths countywide in LA today. The stresses of the COVID-19 world are continuing to touch a lot of lives here. One of the ways I'm seeing this play out is in concerns about domestic violence. Last week, LA County Sheriff reported that domestic violence related calls for service were up 8% over this time last year. Advocates I'm talking with continue to express concern about this getting worse with so many people stuck at home. I talked with one clinician who works for LA's violence intervention program. He said one of the major stressors he's hearing from families he calls every day, at-risk families, is that they're worried about whether or not they're going to have a job when they wake up the next morning. So they're actually doing things like delivering food, finding people rent and utility assistance right now, sort of adding to their list of things that they're doing. We're also seeing that LA's top prosecutors are very concerned about this. Just last Friday, we heard City Attorney Mike Feuer launched a campaign that's posting domestic violence hotline numbers, shelter resources, things like that at grocery stores and at LAUSD's grab-and-go food centers.
As Robert mentioned, a whole lot of people are losing work, are concerned about losing work. David continues to follow the unemployment situation for us here.
Yeah, and today was a big day for many Californians who've lost income during this pandemic. This was the first day that many self-employed Californians could actually go online and apply for unemployment benefits. So, some of them have been waiting for a month and a half now just to be able to get this chance to file a claim. As of this morning, the state has rolled out online access to its Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program, and that's the program for workers who don't usually qualify for unemployment insurance. This means people like independent contractors, small business owners, employees who don't have a lot of recent work history. These folks can now go online, they can report their income from last year, and state officials say they're going to start to get their benefits pretty quickly, within 2 to 7 days. Now, many workers are still finding this whole process very confusing. We've got a Q&A online that addresses some of the most common questions that we're hearing from self-employed folks out there. You can check that out at laist.com.
The economic crisis is also squeezing local governments, putting a lot of pressure on their bottom lines. And Libby today has an update from the county.
Yeah, the county CEO just released her recommended budget for the fiscal year starting in July. And unlike the city of LA, no furloughs or major cuts to department budgets have been announced yet. But this budget was prepared before the coronavirus devastated tax revenues. So nearly every part of this plan is likely to change over the next 6 weeks or so. The county already had to use much of its rainy day fund to cover a $1.3 billion gap for the rest of the current fiscal year. And for next year, the pandemic will likely to at least another $1 billion hole, if not more. So unless there is a big injection of bailout money from the federal government, supervisors have said they could be forced to find reductions to cover 15 to 20% of their overall budget. And they said at a meeting today that important programs that would help with recovery, like contributions to the Affordable Housing Trust Fund, might have to be on that chopping block.
We also have potential news today from the governor about the upcoming school year. Carla's been covering that one.
Yeah, so the governor shared that he's been having conversations considering, and I really want to emphasize the word considering here, starting the next school year earlier than anticipated, maybe as soon as late July or even early August. And the concern that they're trying to address here is learning loss, especially understanding that many students face obstacles to learning at home, like the digital divide. The governor basically said he was bringing this up so folks could start preparing for that possibility, especially since school may look different whenever students can return. There might be staggered schedules, or they might change up things like gym class or lunchtime to allow for more social distancing.
Thank you so much at the newsroom of KPCC and LAist. And thank you all for tuning in. Be safe, take care of your family, and we will see you tomorrow.
Thank you.